Hey everybody, it's Glenn, back in this video with Confessions of an Ebayaholic. On eBay this time around, I've scored the Marvel Legends Book of the Vashanti box set SDCC exclusive, Brother Voodoo. Brother Voodoo first debuted in Strange Tales 169 in November 1973, 5 months after Live and Let Die, the James Bond movie that featured a voodoo character. Coincidence? Either way, he is the kind of obscure character that floats my boat, but of late in the comics the spotlight has found Brother Voodoo with him becoming an Avenger, but then these days who isn't? I mean, Squirrel Girl's membership proves being an Avenger ain't what it used to be. Brother Voodoo joins many a Marvel Legends of late in being the Bucky cap body, but here its various accoutrements are certainly transformative, making me feel so much less like I've just bought the same action figure that I already own 20 times over. The deco on the plain back base body form bone-like motifs. It's suitably roughly applied in the spirit of primitive tribal markings. Looking closer at the additions made, and it's really been quite considered, so this long sash has worn tatty ends in the sculpt and has a really nice gestural dynamic flow to it. Then where it's tied around the waist we can see details of further wear sculpted in there. Then hanging from that waistband are what I assume are shrunken skulls. Nice detail to those and some heavy dry brushing highlighting the peaks of the sculpt, leaving the recesses of the skulls dark. Looking at his cloak, and in form it is mostly the same as that seen recently on Vision and Grim Reaper. Unlike Vision's, it does have some shading to its creases, not quite as heavy-handed as on Grim Reaper's, but it is there. And this isn't just any cloak, it's the Cloak of Levitation, which as the name suggests gives the wearer the ability to levitate and fly, and him wearing it, while I've referred to him as Brother Voodoo, more appropriately I should be referring to him as Dr. Voodoo, as this is him after he replaces Doctor Strange as Sorcerer Supreme. So bestowed with the cloak as a fringe benefit of that appointment, maybe the position comes with dental too. Worn by Doctor Strange, the cloak was best characterized by the insanely huge collar it has. Worn by Voodoo, it has been modified, as frankly he doesn't need any help in looking goofy. The collar has become more of a hood, I suppose, and in practice here it's a second piece, giving the cloak a more distinct look than Vision or Grim Reaper. Taking a closer look, and probably more important than the Cloak of Levitation as Sorcerer Supreme, he also has been bestowed with the Eye of Agamotto. The detail of it is just deco in green over gold. Would be nice if it had sculpted detail, but on my part that's a cheeky complaint, as I've already noted more effort put in here by Hasbro than your average Marvel Legend. His dreadlocks giving him a diversity, as it's a style we've not seen in Marvel Legends yet. Has the paint deco of the white skunk stripe down the middle. Seems he'll be losing that from the character design in the all-new, all-different Marvel come October. Perhaps just as well as in Uncanny Avengers #1, he'll be teaming with Rogue, the originator of that skunk do. The head sculpt I'm sure is serviceable, but the deco on it is much more immediate. The skull motif gives an eerie appearance that if you woke up in the middle of the night to turn the light on and see him, you'd shit a brick. The green eyes also contribute to the eeriness, and they are the same shade as the symbol on his forehead there. The face paint is a fairly recent addition to the character and actually brings him closer to the voodoo character seen in Live and Let Die that I alluded to maybe inspiring the creation of this character decades ago. And it brings him closer to the WWE's Papa Shango, seen here in the form of Mattel's Elite Collection Papa Shango, and if you haven't seen Live and Let Die, you can have no doubt that WWE ripped Papa Shango straight from that movie. For an accessory, Brother Voodoo comes with a staff, moulded in green translucent plastic with brown deco one end to make it appear like wood, with that paint then fading out into the translucent plastic, so that gives the appearance of Brother Voodoo using his powers to transform the staff into mystical energy. To that end, in the sculpt we get these, I don't know what to call them, spirits? The sculpt certainly renders them quite sinister looking, and they've been dry brushed with a lighter shade to accentuate the sculpt. However, I do think the these should be more angled up and not facing down as they are. It's probably easily fixed with a blow dryer though. The star fits into his right hand, meanwhile his left hand was originally that of Black Panther's, given away in the sculpt where it has some creases for the fabric of Panther's gloved hand. Here Voodoo is gloveless, making his skin look oddly wrinkled. Beyond that though, on Voodoo the hand does fit well for a spell casting gesture, I suppose. Now looking at articulation, the head rotates. It does move down slightly, yet with the volume of his hair and cape he doesn't look up. At the shoulder the arm rotates and moves up this far. There's upper arm rotation and a double jointed elbow. At the wrist the hands rotate, and the left hand is hinged on the inside and outside to move it in and out, whereas his right hand is hinged on the top and bottom of the wrist to move it up and down, which better suits posing with his staff. At the waist there's rotation, then the ab crunch which moves this far forward but doesn't really move too far back. At the hips the legs move out to the side this much, moves a decent amount forward, doesn't move too far back however. Upper leg rotation, then a double jointed knee, lower leg rotation and a hinged ankle moving the foot backwards and forwards, and finally that ankle rocker pivot that I love, yet he's not really able to take advantage of that pivot and adopt a wider stance, as his cloak prevents that, as it's made from quite hard plastic with little flex to it. So Brother Voodoo joins my magic from the set, who I also scored on eBay, and they're probably two of my favourite legends of recent times. It's just a shame they are con exclusives, making them harder for more to enjoy them. This week the Book of Vashanti set sold out post SDCC on Hasbro's website in a head-spinningly quick half an hour, so at this point if you want Voodoo you'll likely have to do what I did and resort to eBay. And honestly, if Hasbro went to this length to transform Bucky Cap every time they reuse it, I'd feel a lot less gypped than I sometimes do buying say Blizzard or Vision that feel a lot less transformative. Anyway, for a closer look at magic, click the video on the right. As ever, I sure would appreciate it if you could give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.